Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today, we got another song by Wishbone Ash, and I have to say that Wishbone Ash is becoming one of my favorite bands from the 70s that are not just like, that are in the progressive realm, but they're not like a progressive rock band per se. They're just like a little bit different than just like I wouldn't compare them like with Yes or with Rush or King Crimson or Genesis. They're like, they have progressive elements, but not that much. They're more like a hard rock band, and super influential. I can't believe, like, bands that I love and adore, that bands that I grew up with, like Metallica, like Iron Maiden, like Judas Priest, were influenced by this amazing band Wishbone Ash. And also, Steven has been one of the biggest supporters on the channel when it comes to Wishbone Ash, so I thank you so much. I wish I could just Wishbone. I wish I could just, you know, take a deep dive and listen to it all. I used to do that all the time. I used to buy just all the albums, or now that you can just stream it all, and just go for it, you know. And I really don't do it because of the channel, because I want to respect the first time reaction. So it is kind of like a bummer, you know. We did go through it almost entirely with everything by Steely Dan. Now we're doing it with The Doors and other stuff, Phil Collins and Genesis, you know. It is like a bummer, because you do have to kind of restrict yourself from just going for it if you really like something. So it is what it is, you know. But again, thank you so much. We're gonna do Rest in Peace. There's a really cool album inspired by this name. I think maybe the Megadeth most successful album was called Rust in Peace. I don't know if they have any kind of like connection, but I don't think so. But again, I'm sure the Megadeth's, all of their guitar players were inspired by Wishbone Ash. But well, we're gonna do Wishbone Ash today. Thanks to Steven Caruso. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, of course, like always. This is from Locked In. Let's see, 1976, around when Judas Priest formed. I think it was 75. And they also started doing their double guitars. Iron Maiden didn't even exist in 76, or maybe they were still in the garage, you know, rehearsing. Metallica, not around. It's just amazing that where this band already was, and I've compared them with, you know, one of my favorite bands, Led Zeppelin. I have Led Zeppelin on the pedestal, you have no idea, but I do compare them and say, wow, you know, they were just something else, you know. Wishbone Ash, and I don't get me wrong, Led Zeppelin, I love Led Zeppelin, but they do have that something missing that Wishbone Ash has, you know. And I don't like to do comparisons in general, but I do them all the time, so, you know, it is what it is. All right, what is this? Okay, Rest in Peace. Here we go again. Thank you so much. If you like the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you like what we do here, Alexia and I, and or leave a comment below. I really appreciate all the love. Here we go. Thanks, Steven. Let's go. Super different, this. Holy moly. So good. Just the rhythm. And the lead guitar. So good. So creative, god damn it. The harmonies. So good. Wow. The talk box here is so good. Man, oh god. Amazing, amazing. I mean, just the rhythm, the bam, 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 and I can't believe that it's labeled under soft rock. This is definitely hard rock for me. The improvisation here, I mean, Andy Powell is just on a different level, and then Laurie Weisfield. This has been this was a second outing with Wishbone Ash. Martin Turner here, the falsetto he like just released there, all of a sudden was insane. Steve Upton on drums. I mean, this band is such a on a crazy level. I don't know why they're not more famous. I think they're like your typical like musicians band, you know, all the musicians, all the bands that are famous love this band. Maybe it was just too much at the time for just normal listeners, you know. This is definitely not soft rock. What a way to open an album. Rest in peace, an album opener. Alexa would be ecstatic, of course. But this sets the expectation. This sets up the album. One quick thing I wanted to interject here real quickly also, that I noticed that this specific song had a much more I want to say like southern rock. Because I don't want to call it country, but it had a southern rock feel to it. You know that at the beginning, I don't know if they were using a banjo or a mandolin or something like that. I wouldn't be. I'm not sure, but just the whole like beginning and some of the chords and structures there sounded a little bit more like southern rock, which is really, really cool. I love it. And the implementation of the talk box was just top notch, just a thing that I really wanted to talk about, and I forgot at the end of the video, so I'm just like pasting it here into my video. Again, sets up the album. I mean, incredible guitar playing here, the incredible solos, incredible rhythm section. It never like stops. And the guitars here, the twin guitars, that harmony guitar, that, and I remember once it's a couple of years ago, I don't know if I asked it on the channel or if I asked someone who actually came up with that Iron Maiden sound. Now I call it, obviously, you know, the Wishbone Ash sound. But even people, you know, in Guitar Magazine, I remember reading an article about Marty Friedman, who is also a guitar player. Of course, he is like the guitar player of Megadeth. And he was talking about you know, when you play in minor thirds, when you play, you know, the root and then the minor third of that note. And then you come up with the Iron Maiden sound. And it's not the Iron Maiden sound. It's basically the Wishbone Ash. I think they did it first. And I think a lot of people were telling me, have you ever listened to Wishbone Ash? Because you're talking nonsense here. And yes, I was. But yeah, this is just incredible. Thank you again so much. I was looking, if you saw my face, you know, getting pale and stuff, because I was looking through the emails. I was like this. I was like, oh God, I think I totally forgot what Steven, if he added something in the email, but you didn't write me an email. You just posted the song on Buy Me a Coffee and gave me the link. I found it here on Spotify. I think you don't use Spotify. I just use Spotify because the quality never drops. It's all lossless, I think. So it's pretty much the CD quality and above, you know. So on YouTube, sometimes the quality drops significantly because it's an older upload, maybe from 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And the quality is just not there because it was like in maybe an old MP3 rip or something. On Spotify, we just get the newest and the loudest version. And the way I have Spotify set up is also that I have everything flat. So when you guys are listening through your speakers, what you're tweaking, it sounds exactly like you guys want it to sound. That's pretty much what I established at the beginning of the channel. I told Alexia, I think we should keep it just flat so they can listen to, even though it doesn't sound flat at all to me. But if you have a specific bass or specific equalization on your equipment, then it sounds like that on your TV or on your computer, or I mean, the phone is always going to sound like crap, you know. But yeah, this was just fantastic. Again, thank you so much. I mean, I'm going to listen to this pretty much for the rest of the day. I always, when I get a Wishbone Ash request or marathon, I get obsessed with them. And there's just so much to take in. Right now, on the first time listening, amazing. This band is just like, there's not a bad song. You know, it's like one of those bands like Rush, like Steely Dan, you know, there's just like, they don't have bad material, you know. And so I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna listen to Wishbone Ash for the rest of the day. But I'm gonna target this song at least 5-6 times I listen to when I edit the video, and I just want to get the feel for it, maybe learn something from it if there's a cool passage that I could incorporate into my own playing. But the rhythm here, the rhythm guitar, is what caught me completely off guard, because that is such a cool thing to pick the rhythm instead of just like, you know, strumming it or like galloping. He was actually picking those notes, and that was really, really unique, really, really cool. Also the bass, just everything about this band is superior. So again, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.